Hey guys doing? Somebody wants me to make a video in reference to my mother and father's mansions. And obviously, there's some cities and states that would be nicer to me than what Indiana has been. I own my mother and father's companies. Nothing's ever for sale. Never selling anything. The properties or companies or businesses. I'm the owner forever. So, in reference to the only thing people can buy is products on the shelves, or whatever is a sellable item that is a common item that's sold in particular retail stores or those types of things. I'm the owner of my mother and father's companies. I'm the owner of the estates forever. So somebody wants me to make a video about what city and state would be nicer to me than what Indiana has been. And people can make comments on YouTube too about this, and what people's opinion is, and about me traveling to another city and state, like whatever, Chicago or any other city and state. No, I did not receive any of the information from any of the other governors or mayors, or any governor or mayor from any city or state. So obviously Indiana seems to have a history of stealing postal mail, and there's obviously numerous people that steal a lot of things in the postal mail and other places, whoever these bad people are, because when people tried to send things to me, I did not receive nothing. So if you've sent something in the postal mail, think about it. And you can make a video on YouTube saying what you sent, just for the hell of it, or whatever, and say you were seeing if you made a video of something you might have sent to me in the postal mail to see if I'd receive it, and I didn't receive it, whatever it was. But you need to make videos like that for the court cases. Important. But I own my mother and father's property in Chicago too, in reference to townhouses or mansion apartments or mansion townhouses, and Chicago too, and other places. But we need governors and mayors or police chiefs in other cities and states to make announcements where I wouldn't have a problem with stalkers. I mean, like, stalkers wouldn't harass me. People wouldn't harass me. People wouldn't try to rape me or anything like that in any other city and state. The shit that I've been through here is horrible. And my mother even had court cases against the state of Indiana, and when they had kidnapped me and held me hostage in Indiana back in the 80s. Those court cases need to be the information of those court cases need to be delivered to all 50 states offices too, of like the governors and mayors, and they need to look it up on a database or something. And those court cases that my mother had in court, they were recorded on video. Some of them were, or something. They were. Look how many times my mother went to the New Jersey courts about me being held hostage, or the Beverly Hills courts. You know that? My mother was in the Beverly Hills courthouse about me being held hostage in Indiana. That videotape or that information needs to be publicized. But back to the point of, what other city and state, or people from another city and state, maybe French or Italian or Asians or other friendly races or ethnicities of people that know me, meaning like if I'm a friendly person, this is in reference to, of course, I'm supposed to have legal right to travel to any city and state, to go to my mother and father's mansions, but, this is just something for other people to publicly announce, like, what city and state might be a good interest. I have to go to all my mother and father's mansions in the future, of course. I grew up in the mansions with my parents, and it's been 30 years these people have been blocking me from my mother and father's mansions. You know that, right? And they're never for sale, so if anybody trespassed into them or anybody tried to steal them, they can go to prison. But fact of the situation, need people from other cities and states, maybe friendly organizations, friendly clubs, or people that are just, of that particular state or city that might make YouTube videos or TikTok comments saying that, oh, you can probably come to this state, or you can go over to this city and state. You can probably go to this city and state, or whichever, you know. So maybe some people want to make public comments. And in reference to any neighbors that live down the street from any mansion of my mother and father, which I'm the owner of course I'm the owner of everything, and my grandparents' estates. You know, it's all under my birth name, but, you know, and my mother and father's name acknowledgments, you know. But, you know, I'm the only child of my mother and father. So, you know, and, you know, there was some fucking government idiot, man, that tried to make up some shit about probate court. You know, this is a bloodline thing. There is no probate court. I'm the only child. My parents gave me everything when they were alive. Anybody trying to fabricate probate court as their way of blocking me after they had kidnapped me from my mother and father's estates and mansions, those people have to go to prison. Royal Protocol's in the media. It tells you I am the owner of my mother and father's estates and companies and businesses and land forever. That's one of the reasons why the document's in the media too. Because I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates forever. Many things of importance. But, you know, back to the point of people in certain cities and states that want to make public comments, make a public comment saying, oh, why don't you come over here? Why don't you go over there? Why don't you come over here? You know, that kind of thing. In reference to cities and states that I should travel to where they'd be nicer to me than what Indiana has been. It's been a real horrible situation here. You know.